Welcome to the in-depth review of the Lego Batman movie. I'm Henk and I'm here with
Pim and Sander.
In-depth review. So we are talking about spoilers of the Lego Batman movie. So if you haven't watched the movie yet, go watch the movie or not this video because you will be spoiled. But
Yeah, but there's not. I mean,
the only thing
to be spoiled is the characters they pull in from other universes, but that's about it.
It's fun to be surprised about it.
It's fun to be surprised. No, but I think really nothing you can say about this movie takes away from the fun you will have while watching it.
No,
I
true.
really believe that.
Yeah.
Because it's really not about the interesting story or
It's
the
not a
drama
complex plot line.
No, exactly.
No, exactly.
It's really just it's a roller coaster ride, basically.
Yeah. And they really tied in the Batman is alone and has no family, and really thought about, well, that's his main weak point and his struggle, that he is always alone and he always wants to be alone. And they really, because you didn't really see that in the Lego movie, like Batman was always alone. It's like, oh, I'm always alone, I'm super bad. And they really pulled that into this movie, like, okay, what if we make this into his arc? Like, he shouldn't be alone. It should be a really family movie and about what you can accomplish with all the other people around you. But they could have thought about that and said, well, that would be really lame, but they really gave it a nice twist.
Yeah, but it's a classic kids
right.
movie thing, like, oh, teamwork, yay.
The power of friendship trope.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really care much for it because it's such a played out kind of arc. But it's, I don't blame them for it either because it's...
I like what they did with it.
The way they executed it is the most important part that they did it.
And they did it very well.
Yeah. I like the way that he is banned out of the Justice League.
He's the kind of the black sheep of the Justice League.
And I thought they would bring him back in the end, like
into the Justice League.
Well, like when they are fighting all the big bad guys, that they would eventually bring in the Justice League to fight with them or something like that. I wouldn't have guessed.
Actually, I haven't thought about it at all. But that would have made sense. Yeah.
I wouldn't have guessed that you wouldn't never seen Superman ever in one of those fights, like. Just like you always...
It's the same with Marvel. Why don't they ask the Avengers?
Why don't they just ring up Iron Man? It's just...
Why don't they ask the Justice League? But too busy partying and stuff. And also, Batman didn't get flack for sending the Joker into the Phantom plane. Phantom Zone, yeah. And he shoots him in there. And then all the shit starts happening that Barbara warned him about. So what if it was the Joker's plan all along to get locked up and shot into the Phantom Plane universe thingy? And then it happens, and he doesn't get reprimanded for it at all. They just forget, and the whole thing happened because
of you.
You shot the Joker into. So
but I guess it's
But that's
the conflict. Then I don't see. The story would not really have benefited, I guess, from resolving that conflict because it's not that much about the drama of the interaction between the characters.
Yeah, but they still could have referenced it, like you created.
Yeah, they could have exactly. They could have made a joke about it or something.
Yeah, because they do that with a lot of other things in this movie.
Yeah,
you did that, and you. That's good.
So it's kind of weird.
I'm gonna go loot.
I'm gonna go loot right now. That's one of the best. Also, they do that 2 times. Like when crime is over or every bad guy's in jail. The first thing they're celebrating, and you see cars on fire and shit, demolished and stuff. So that was a pretty good.
There were a lot of things like that. Did you see in the family portrait of Batman and his parents in the background? You had a street sign that said "Crime Alley" or something.
Crime Alley.
Super hilarious, man.
And most of those references I thought were awesome, and all the big ones like the Batman beatboxing and all that shit.
That was really careful.
That was that was more of a kids thing, I think, just like the end credit song. Or the end, before the end.
That makes parents and studio execs happy,
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's really, They went a little bit,
Sometimes it was too much. As in, I get what they were trying to do. As in, I look at this, but you're still doing it, so it's still in the movie, and I can still not like it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I guess they kind of try to make it okay because we're self-aware and we know it's kind of.
It's like apologizing before you do something wrong.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah. But those are just small gripes, or.
I guess when you watch this another time, you'll see a lot more of those small references that you probably missed the first time.
Because they packed a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah.
It still kind of blows my mind how many small details are in a sequence that only takes 1 second or something.
Yeah.
When he lifts up his when they are in an accident and Robin hits his head on the dashboard and they slowly back out and fly away. He kind of hits a car and that goes sideways and all that. Those small details.
Yeah.
It's
there's a lot of there's not a lot of wasted opportunities as far as comedy goes. I think every opportunity they had, they took. Yeah, and the comedic timing is also super.
Every kind of slapstick and visual comedy.
Yeah,
is incorporated in every scene. So.
Yeah, and I really thought that although I thought the animation of the Lego Movie was really well done, I thought this was a step up to that animation.
They really
also just composition and choice of angles and all that stuff. It looked amazing in 3D.
Yeah,
if you watched in IMAX 3D.
Yeah, it was one of the movies was it good in IMAX 3D? Yeah, it was actually pretty. Yeah, the Lego Batman movies was pretty good.
I did not expect that at all, but it was. I mean, I only ordered IMAX tickets because it was only showing in IMAX. Otherwise, I would have probably just go to a regular showing. But I'm glad we did, man, because it's one of the most beautiful IMAX experiences I've ever had. Even Star Wars or something is mostly a generic IMAX experience for me, and this actually felt like it added something.
Yeah, it had depth, not just shit flying at you, but also you can you felt like you could walk into the Batcave.
Well, of course, with when you're shooting a Star Wars movie and you're probably doing post 3D, they have to cut out all the layers and then it will just be layers. And this is of course a 3D rendered 3D movie.
I don't know. I think a lot of movies are actually shot in 3D nowadays. I don't think they do a lot of converting anymore.
Oh, I thought it was still pretty expensive to do. Yeah, 3D cameras.
Oh, for real? Yeah, to be honest, I am not sure. That's my assumption.
My idea of shooting in 3D is still a big budget or bigger budget thing, as in you have to lug around all the...
Star Wars is about the biggest budget.
Yeah, but still want to cut costs, so...
Yeah, true.
I thought they shot Star Wars on regular tape, and then eventually converted it to get the feel.
3D on film, right?
That's true. It is with the Terminator.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, maybe we can look
whatever.
But
fact check.
Yeah, fact check. But the rendering looked really good.
Leave a comment.
And I thought that the Lego Movie was so saturated and so overly exploded. My mind just couldn't handle the amount of detail. And I thought this was
by the colors.
Yeah, and this movie was better. Balanced with where to watch on the screen or something like that.
It was a calmer experience,
Yeah, I guess the colors were a little bit more the color pattern was a bit more flat or something. Not to say that there's not a lot of color in this movie, but I think the Lego Movie there's a bit more rainbows and unicorns, there's a bit more in your face.
And this was more yellow, black, bluish.
The color really had more of a usage, as in highlighting stuff that's important and lighting the scene and all that stuff. Like in the Batcave, it wasn't sparkly lights and fire everywhere. It was blue lights with red complementary colors, and that kind of made it easier to look at, as in the big chase scene in the Lego Movie where it's red and yellow and green.
Yeah, everywhere color. Yeah.
Somebody puked colors.
They worked better for me, and they did the more small animation nuances with the arms that flick out of the bodies. I thought I didn't remember. Maybe I don't remember correctly, but in the Lego movies they usually just do this, and now they do more. They pop the arms out of the sockets, and they really tiny small nuances of the hair.
Yeah, and even Alfred's hair with a bald head was moving.
Yeah, right.
And the final when Batman gets lifted up to go to the Phantom Plane universe, the thingy, whatever, it also moved. So it's also his head like.
Right. Yeah, to give it just a little more like turbulence and struggle and wind.
It's a bit more detailed. I think.
Yeah.
I think also the textures were a bit more detailed than in the
more detailed.
Yeah.
Man, there was so much detail in it. And
especially the bat mask, man.
Even the eyes, the mask eyes, like the little blue dots. When he was looking at the pictures, you can see kind of his gaze like moving from the picture. And it was like, Jesus. Yeah. They didn't have to do it, but they did it, and you can really, it really adds to the overall quality of the animation of this movie. So.
Yeah. And when he was flying the first time, when he saved the city and was flying through the city, and there was all these people in the city just cheering. It was like, what? What's this? Oh man,
so much year to render that scene.
Yeah, rendering time.
Yeah, probably.
That's really awesome.
Second month error. God damn it.
Yeah, man, it's really. I don't know. It's kind of blown me away. It's just such a like in your face, especially in IMAX. And I don't know. I knew I was expecting like a very busy,
visual,
like in your face visual experience, but it was even stronger than I thought.
Yeah.
But that's not necessarily a bad thing for me. I really digged it.
I had a grin on my face like almost the entire time. Like,
for me, I didn't have like a lot of like, but I was smiling pretty much all the time. That's definitely true.
You were probably laughing about Iron Man sucks.
Iron Man sucks. Yeah.
Also, that they referenced all the old Batman stuff.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say.
When Batman 2012, 2011, 2010.
And the right posters with the right moods.
In the right style. And
then all of a sudden, like the old school Batman transition out of nowhere.
With Adam West dancing and shit. Yeah, that was the most cheesy Batman ever.
Yeah, I don't know. They just... They didn't overdo it in that regard, you know. I think they did just the right amount of like Batman bashing, it's not really bashing. It's just kind of being self-aware.
I think those segments for me were pretty cool. So like when the kind of the final battle happens with Batman and Robin working together, we're gonna punch him so hard so you have a visual representation of the energy on screen or something, and you're like, okay, you can already predict it, get pow and
right.
That was also kind of... I like those bits better than the whole look how cool I am with my music and stuff.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, there wasn't too much of that, I think. Like
not really, but those moments really stand out as in...
Yeah.
You've got that bit out, save 10 minutes on the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing, because you guys were saying that it felt long, because for me it didn't feel long.
I didn't feel
at least.
I was like, okay, in the middle I was like, okay, let's go. Keep moving, people.
No, for me it's kind of the opposite, because for me it was over in like, I blinked with my eyes and it was over. Like, the pacing was really well done for me.
I don't know, maybe because it was such a big opener, and then they kind of get on with the emotional stuff. Like, okay,
the basic difference is really
and blah blah blah, and he sends Robin and Barbara and his butler to somewhere the edge of town. You get that because he's alone and blah blah, and then you get the power of friendship. And okay, I know, just
it kind of lingered, but the pacing difference was really big between the beginning and the middle and then the ending.
That's the thing for me. There wasn't really like. Maybe that's why it felt so short for me, because I really feel like it was not that much of a middle. Like, it was basically, it started and then there was a really short period of time where...
And then the letters were on screen.
or a really short period of time where you had kind of like what would typically be your second arc, and then it kind of immediately shifted towards like the end boss fight, you know? And that lasted a pretty long time, to be honest. Maybe that was a little bit dragged out. But for me, that's kind of the...
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. But I felt a moment where I was like... I was drifting off in my thoughts like...
Oh,
I'm watching a movie. Yeah. Yeah, I can get into that. Could have been a little shorter, but
yeah. Well, still, it's
It's like complaining to complain. That's it.
right.
yeah, that's very true because it's
That's
not
a
that
pretty
long, to be honest.
it's a luxurious problem to have. Like your movie is 10 minutes long,
Yeah.
longer than I kind of want.
Better
so.
than I complained the entire time I was looking at your movie because it's the Suicide Squad and I really don't like your
also
movie.
like the jab they give to the Suicide Squad. And
Yeah.
why would you take bad guys to fight bad guys?
That's stupid.
That's stupid. Even though they use bad guys to fight
and
bad guys. So
eventually they used
they kind of redeemed it again, but
Yeah, I thought they would reference
Suicide
to
Squad still sucked. So
Yeah.
best Harley Quinn in a movie.
yeah,
over Batman.
really good Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better than the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, voiced by Rosario Dawson.
No,
No,
that
there
was
was the-
Barbara. Barbara.
Oh,
Yeah.
who was?
Yeah, I forgot to
fact check.
I don't know.
I forgot to
But
look at
just
the credits.
because I wanted to make a little bridge. The acting in general, I think, was really good, or the voice acting. I think it was.
Yeah.
It was a bit like sometimes it was a bit much, but that's really it fits the.
Yeah, it
movie
fits
really
fits
well.
for animation. It fits like you hear a voice in the background that's super like high or super
Yeah.
kiddie
Yeah.
like
the Michael Cera's high pitched Robin voice. yeah. And I think it was
and whispering but still talking pretty loudly.
yeah.
I thought the if I had one thing to complain about was the I didn't really like the mouth of the Joker. I found
I liked it.
yeah, like the weird round reddish with the
spiky teeth.
spiky teeth.
I liked it.
I didn't really like it, but
I don't know. I guess the spiky teeth part is like it's your classic Lego villain. So
yeah.
and that I know what you mean because at first I also thought that looks a little weird, but I
don't know,
I got over it pretty fast.
I didn't find any problems with it.
Okay.
But you liked the Suicide Squad Joker, and I didn't like it.
That's true.
So,
And you like Jared Leto?
Jared Leto.
nothing wrong with Jared Leto, but
So what
everything
is
is wrong with Jared Leto's Joker.
All right.
No.
Oh, stop.
30 Seconds to Mars. That's what's wrong with Jared Leto.
Okay. On that note, guys.
American Psycho and Lord of War. So
Oh, never seen this one. But have you?
Batman kills Jared Leto in American Psycho
Oh yeah, that's cool. That's true.
with an
This
axe.
is with Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Man,
Spoilers.
Mr. Robot. Have you seen that? No, it's not Mr. Robot. Fuck, I forgot the name of the movie. But there's
Mr.
a movie
Nobody?
with Mr. Nobody. Yeah, that's
haven't seen it.
Yeah, that's a really cool movie. You should check it out.
And he's a pretty good actor. To get back
and
to
he's,
Lego
he's a
Batman.
very good actor.
Yeah.
Just picks shitty things to do with his life. yeah.
On that note,
I'm bashing the Suicide Squad again.
thank you for watching our in-depth
the movie
review of
again.
the Lego Batman movie. It's a really good
Yeah.
movie. Go watch it.
And it's a pity we always say that at the end of the in-depth review, which we always say don't watch if you haven't seen the movie. So
If you don't realize by now that we spoiled the movie, which can't really be spoiled, so you're luck right now, but if you
Yeah.
realize at the end of something that we
Now you
spoiled
can
all-
watch the Lego movies because it's a really good movie.
Yeah, just watch it again.
Like, subscribe on all our channels, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I'm forgetting some. iTunes. And hope to see you in the next video. With the next video, in the next video. Thanks
Or
for watching,
podcast.
listening, people that are out there watching our content.
we haven't forgotten you.
Mute the video and listen to the podcast. See if it syncs up.
Bye, guys.